God bless you today in the name of Yeshua. I just wanted to come on here really quick and give you a dream that I received in the early morning hours. Last night, I got up at 12 o'clock to pray for an hour and war in the spirit. And after I done this, I went back to bed and I had a dream. And in this dream, I was at my house that I currently live at. Everything was the way it is now. Nothing was odd or different. And I was in the bottom of my driveway, and I had to get into my niece's car to cut it off because it was still running. And I still hadn't got the full interpretation of this dream. But anyway, I got into the car, shut the door, and cut off the engine. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the wind started blowing unlike anything I have ever seen in my life. And it was almost like it was twilight outside in the morning, kind of. It was real dark and gray. You know how it looks in the winter where there's no foliage or anything. But it was dark and just very foreboding. You could feel the heaviness, and all of a sudden the wind started blowing. And all this debris began to fly by the car, and the car was shaking really bad. And I sit there, and all of a sudden I watched people begin to fly by the car as well. And one lady that flew by my car, I mean, the wind was just pushing her. She was blonde-headed, and she was dressed completely in white, but you could tell in the dream, I knew in the dream she was a witch that had, been practicing witchcraft and had come against me. And I watched her she was almost like in a zombie-like state. And I watched her just get blown by. People were getting blown by me as I sit in the car. And then immediately I woke up from the dream. And I could feel in my spirit, and the Holy Spirit was saying that the wind that was blowing was the wind of God. And when I got up to get ready for work, immediately in my feed, someone came up that I don't listen to, but this lady was talking about the winds of God coming. So immediately, of course, that brought me confirmation. But I also feel like that this goes along with the dream I just put out. You'll have to go back and listen to it if you've not heard it, about the judgment coming to the church as well, when the big dreadful drops of water, the pure water that was coming down on the people, it literally drove them out of the church, even on the outside of the church. And so I believe that there is something coming. I believe we're seeing the beginnings of it, and we just haven't realized it yet. But there is something really, dreadful coming, that is the judgment of God. And sometimes I think we know, oh, justice and judgment's coming, but this was heavy. This was just a, really fear of the Lord type thing going on. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and take everything to the Lord in prayer, of course, that anybody says. But I believe that, we're going to see a lot more coming. My advice to you is to pray, to fast, to draw close to the Lord. And if you do those things, then you're not going to be shaken by those things. You're not going to be blown away by the wind of God's justice and judgment that's coming upon this nation and many others. So thank you for listening. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord's face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Shalom.